Oh, I have very strong feelings on that, and I really would like to see the Raven I R44, the less expensive parallel valve carbureted engine. It's a good engine. It's reliable. It's not as powerful as the fuel-injected engine in the Raven II, but it's been a good, reliable engine, and I would really like to see it replace most of the R-22s that are used for primary training, particularly primary training of older pilots, because I think that it has such good margins in all respects, such good auto-rotation characteristics, and I'm sure it will be effective in reducing the accident rate. And I've already got an agreement with Pathfinder Insurance that if we can do that, that they will lower the insurance rates on the R44 Raven I used in the flight schools for primary training down to where it was for the R22. So about the only thing we can't do anything about to equalize those two is the fuel consumption. The R44 Raven I is still going to burn more fuel than the R22. I don't know, I'm going to guess probably 9 gallons per hour versus 15 gallons per hour in a high-speed cruise, and less in a training environment. But that's the only thing that we can't do anything to help on. Pretty much everything else, including parts and initial price and all that sort of thing, we've already done a lot in that direction, and we'll continue to do more. It affected us very little. It affected us a little because we lost some money on it too, but it was a very sad thing. The suddenness of it, I think, caught all of us off guard. Many of us had always thought that Silver State was building a house of cards, and but we were always following our usual procedure where we don't let anything leave our factory that isn't fully paid for with a cashier's check and/or wire transfer, and that's been a good policy. So we didn't really end up in a position where Silver State owed us a lot of money. The ones I really feel sorry for are all those students out there that paid Silver State large amounts of money, $60,000 or $70,000 in many cases, just a few days before they went flip-flop. And that was wrong. That was absolutely wrong. Other than that, we had no connection with Silver State. A lot of people thought we did. We didn't. We were the manufacturer of the helicopters that they used, most of them, and we sold them the helicopters just like we would any other dealer, any other customer, and that was it. So we, like I say, we have always kept ourselves very well protected, and that goes all the way back to our history, because we cannot afford to get caught in some scam, which that Silver State turned out to be.
Aero-TV is brought to you by Cirrus aircraft have always been easy to fly. Now they're easier than ever to buy. A complete line of ownership programs gives you everything you need to purchase, trade, finance, lease, insure, and warranty your Cirrus. There's even an ownership program for non-pilots. The Cirrus Access Pilot can teach you how to fly or fly the plane for you. Find out more at www.cirrusdesign.com. Cirrus, for the love of flying.
No, my experience and opinions on composites versus metal, it still would be the same. So a problem that we had here fairly recently has been solved and shouldn't have happened. And they made some changes in our manufacturing that I wasn't aware of, and that's been corrected. So that problem no longer exists. But the composite blades, just to repeat, I suppose, what I've said before when asked a similar question, the composite blades make a lot of sense for military helicopters because they have a very low radar reflectivity and therefore are more immune to radar-directed missiles. So the military wants it for that purpose. They also have better ballistic damage tolerance. They can take a hit with not only 50 caliber but also 20 millimeter, and still the cracks will not propagate to the same extent with the composites that they will with metal. So the military promoted the composites, but they're a lot more expensive, a lot more difficult to control the quality of, and they're very subject to sand or dust or even rain erosion. In the case of the civil helicopters, like the ones that we make, our requirements are just the opposite. We want a high radar reflectivity so that we can be seen on radar and avoid congestion or collisions. And we don't really plan on flying where somebody's going to be shooting at us all the time, so the ballistic damage tolerance is not that important. So that's why we have really, really good erosion protection on the leading edge, much better than the other helicopters.
Aero-TV is brought to you by...
Today, there is an affordable, high-performance, easy-to-own and easy-to-operate very light jet designed with you in mind. Far less expensive than any other twin-engine jet to buy, it is also the least expensive to own and operate. It is the Eclipse 500, the jet that's easy to buy, easy to fly, and fun to own. The jet for you.
Well, I have a lot of mixed emotions on the glass cockpits. I feel very strongly, safety is number one with us. And anything that distracts that pilot from concentrating on flying his helicopter and keeping his eyes outside the cockpit, I feel very strongly there. Now, if they have to get it to the point where it really does not require any concentrated focus or look at that instrument panel, and you can just be flying the helicopter, looking outside, and just with just a glance, get every piece of information you need, then that might be nice. I have an open mind, Eric, I really do, you know, but we're not going to put something in there that's going to reduce the safety of the aircraft. So we'll see how it goes. We have been working with a company for the development not of an autopilot, because I don't think you either need nor want an autopilot in a light helicopter, because you just aren't flying cross-country like you do with an airplane where you need an autopilot. And you can't fly instruments anyhow, so right now that would be way down on the priority list. What I would like to see developed would be a good, reliable, inexpensive SAS system, that's a stability augmentation system, that would give it the same stability that, at least the same stability that an airplane has. And that should be done. So far they keep coming up with numbers that are too high, both in cost and in weight. But when they get them down right, yeah, we'll probably at some point be in a position to be able to offer that. We're not there yet, though. If nobody has any other questions, I'll terminate it. And thank you very much.